N351, a backwater colony world owned by the Caldera Corporation, and one of the last few viable Neon 9 foundries left on the Outer Rim. Out here, Caldera rules all. Every facet of colonial life is geared toward extracting and refining the priceless ore. In the decades since the colony was established, that exploitation has grown well beyond the natural resources beneath the planet's crust. The largest city, Presidium, is a glorified boomtown built on the blood and bones of colonists vying for a claim to the new frontier. Generations born in Presidium know the world only as Caldera sees fit to show them, scraping at a meager living and reaching for the impossible dream of one day earning enough scrip to leave the sprawl. In time, a few descendants of those original pioneers began to carve out their own means to rise above their station. Not as miners, but as smugglers. Known only as runners, these gray market couriers operate outside the grid, dealing salvage tech under the nose of Caldera's Sentinel AI, Atlas. For years, the corporation turned a blind eye to their activities, like gnats on a dog's back. Until now. Farid.
I've been waiting here for an hour, Vice. Nice of you to finally show.
Not all of us have the luxury of total anonymity, Farid. Some of us have to cover our tracks.
The cost of upward mobility, huh? I'll keep that in mind if I ever decide to sell my soul. So, out with it.
I need to find Zara.
If you think I'd keep tabs on the others, let alone tell anyone...
It's Atlas.
Caldera's new lapdog AI?
The same. I've been hearing things.
Gossip around the water cooler freaking you out?
Nothing so banal.
Well, so what? Zara makes it their business not to be easily found. You know that.
I need to talk to Zara. I've got information for them, and they may have something I need.
As I recall, the last time you and Zara spoke, they threatened to chain your ass behind their bike and drag it down the L1.
That's between them and me. Can you help or not?
This is why you dragged me out here? Why you've descended from your ivory tower to soil your feet with regolith dust? We don't need to meet in person for me to tell you to piss off.
I hoped that fact might clue you into the gravity of the situation, Farid.
What situation?
Atlas has frozen everyone's colonial contract.
That's...
A little more serious than water cooler gossip? I know.
But why?
Think about it. For the last century, Caldera's been all about ripping as much Neon 9 out of the ground and shipping it to Neos as quickly as possible. Maximum product, maximum profit. Never mind how many people get chewed up and spit out in the process. Then, out of nowhere, they turn their R&D on its head. And all of a sudden, the assembly line stops spitting out ore processors and excavators. Instead, we get bugs and skags. And I mean you, all go from running mods to basically running guns.
So? The neon is drying up everywhere, not just here. That's nothing new. The outer rim's filled with empty balls of dust, just like this one.
No, but the resource shift doesn't make any sense.
Since when did you give a good goddamn what happens out here?
You know damn well this isn't about me, or you, or Zara, or for that matter, Ein, Kay, or Mina. This is about all of us. Big picture, in 48 hours, something is going down. And I'm gonna find out what, regardless of whether or not you want to help.
Fine. I'll go ahead and ask the question I know Zara's gonna ask. What's in it for us?
I don't know. Maybe nothing. Maybe it's already too late.
You're serious, huh?
Think about me what you may, but even Zara knows I've never steered you all wrong. Or given you a bad tip. Ever.
Their last run took them past the industrial sector. Last I saw them was a courier drop in one of the warehouse lofts.
Can you show me?
What makes you think I'm going to go out of my way for you, of all people?
That's a real nice bike, Farid. Spartan 12C, right? Self-stabilizing gyro EM coils with high-efficiency draws. Also, those optics are killer. You'll have to forgive me. I'm just a stupid normie with no mods and no friends. But remind me, who helped you score all that tech again?
Going there, huh? You really don't waste time.
Maybe that's because we don't have any time to waste.
Right. You're in luck. I ran into a tip on some industrial-grade cutters, so I was heading that direction eventually.
Of course you were.
You still remember how to ride a bike, yeah?
I'll manage.
This is the spot.
And no sign of them. None of this is right.
It's been a tick and a half since anything was right around here. You know that.
I don't see a drop around here. This isn't one of my caches.
Well, this is where they were supposed to be. I don't know what else to tell you.
What did they tell you about their run?
You know enough about Zara to know they aren't exactly an open book. And you're not the only game in town. Remember, Sidonia. They told me about a run they were making to Sidonia.
Sector 6? Hell. That's the middle of goddamn nowhere. When were you gonna avail me of that little detail?
It was a simple dash and trash. They're not going to run every gig by you, Vice.
Yeah, but is a little common sense too much to ask? This run, they didn't take the thoroughfare, right?
I doubt it. Maybe that was a viable route back when you knew how to tune a throttle. These days, that's a good way to get caught and questioned. L1's crawling with bugs and Cerberus units on a good day.
Yeah, so 4 sectors away, they would have gone via the starport?
Unless they hit the surface roads, but Zara's never one to be that cautious.
So they could be somewhere around the starport, or out in Sidonia.
I can't tell you where the Sidonia drop is. Place is crawling with skags, so it's never in the same place very long.
I might just have to try my luck with Sidonia.
It's your call, I guess. That's a long way from here, and it's not exactly scenic.
Fortune favors the bold.
Be careful.
Concerned about my welfare now?
Not really. Truth is, if you get found out, the rest of us will be just an interrogation session away from being picked up ourselves.
Then you have nothing to worry about. Victor Strauss, Caldera R&D. I've got level 3 corporate clearance. Now, wait just a minute. N351. I don't know. Maybe nothing. Maybe it's already too late. No don't feel like wandering around empty underpasses right now. Starport is my best bet.
If you say so.
The shit's getting ready to hit the fan, Farid. And let's not kid ourselves. That Spartan is tough, but it's not fast enough to outrun anything if Atlas gets you in its sights. Besides, you should stick around a bit just in case Zara does show.
Shit, fan, gotcha. Be careful.
Concerned about my welfare now?
Don't flatter yourself. Truth is, if you get found out, the rest of us will be just an interrogation session away from being picked up ourselves.
Have a little faith. Victor Strauss, Caldera R&D. I've got level 3 corporate clearance. I'm here to charter a flight off-world. I figured as much. Silent lockdown. Drone, when did this directive come into effect? Was there any corporate review? Since when does Atlas have that kind of oversight? Of course not. My bad. A22. I'm not familiar with that order. Clarify. So, only Caldera's high-level executives can leave this rock? Right. But what's the reason? Contraband. Stolen tech? Thank you for the clarification. As you were. Too close.
I'm glad you remembered where last we spoke.
Fine. It's been a while. It's Vice now.
Ah, yes, of course. For many years, yes.
Since the beginning. You know that.
What troubles you, Victor? To suddenly hear from you after so long. And Farid tells me you're snooping?
Snooping?
Apologies, old friend. His words.
Zara's missing.
Zara is not missing. They are like a force of nature. They will make their presence known when they deem it appropriate.
Shit's going south right now, Ein. Caldera's locking down the city. Atlas is being given free reign over everyone's movement. Starport's been restricted, and nobody can get off-world.
I think perhaps the only one shocked at these developments is you, yes?
What do you mean?
You are only aware of these problems now. But if I tell you Atlas has been restricting movement between districts for a year, you would not be so surprised?
A year?
Indeed. You know the thoroughfare is highly patrolled. They have the motorcycle drones, what you call Cerberus unit.
Yeah.
These have been randomly stopping everyone for months now. They begin with low-level citizens, indentured laborers, generational miners. Anyone using public transit is subject to search. I'm not surprised you do not hear things from your office. And they recently start aerial surveillance of pedestrian areas, all in the name of corporate security.
The spaceport.
Oh yes, no more chartered flights off-world. A disturbing development indeed. But not so surprising when you consider how much scrip Caldera has been charging for those charters in the last several months.
Let me guess. More than anyone can afford.
Quite obvious, no? They wear away at the will of the people, bit by bit, because they know no one will dare fight back. No one will die for the right to ride a transport unaccosted, because they have been bred to accept their subservience to the company as a fact of life. But it is injustice with a purpose.
You act like you have all the answers.
I have none. I have only had more time to ponder that which you have just become acutely aware.
You sound like a man ready to accept his fate.
Of course not. No more than you, my friend.
Then you know what I'm gonna ask next.
Certainly. And I will preempt your question with one of my own. Why do you want to find Zara? I need not remind you of the courier code.
No need. Someone hired them to do a job, and I think they might have answers I need.
So, you need to journey through Hades, but are hesitant to do so on your own.
You could say that.
Then let us descend to the depths of hell together one more time, Victor.
Where to? If Zara doesn't want to be found, where do we start?
We are at a crossroads, Victor. The question you must ponder now is how long you will pace around Purgatory before descending into Hades.
What are you suggesting?
We have two options. You remember Kay, yes?
Yeah, I remember Kay.
She frequents an old bar called Metro's Edge, in the heart of the coastal zone. We can talk to her about Zara. That may provide the opportunity you seek.
And the other option?
You will not like it, I think.
Try me.
We try our luck with Sidonia ourselves.
I say we try our luck with Kay.
May fortune and her whims smile upon you. This is the place.
Somehow I never would have expected Kay to have any aspirations for this place.
She does not. One does not surround oneself with that which disgusts them, unless they are a means to an end.
Kay.
Weiss. Ein.
Greetings, Kay.
To what do I owe this rendezvous?
Ein, if you don't mind.
Certainly.
Crystal Coast?
As good a place as any. If I'm to be forced to associate with scum, why not high-priced scum?
I suppose. I also suppose you know why I'm here.
No, why exactly would I give a damn about you, Weiss?
You make it your business to know things. Why should I be any different?
Fair enough. Here's what I know. You stumbled on something troubling that you can't quite explain, and you look like you're in the middle of your first real existential crisis. It's actually kind of sweet.
Technically, all of us are.
No Vic, or Victor, or Weiss. I don't know where Zara is currently, but let's be honest with ourselves. I probably wouldn't trust you with that information. Atlas tightening its grip on the city notwithstanding. Yes, I know, it's not news. It's much easier to gather intel when your sources have thrown back a few.
And you?
Don't be naive, it's virgin. Honest. Besides, I drove here.
I assume you know about the contracts. Caldera's frozen everyone's CA.
You mean their citizenship agreements, of course? Like most things in this world, it's meaningless to us.
Maybe I'm doing the same thing you are, surrounding myself with them. What about the others, Kay? Whether or not you trust me, this affects them too.
Don't misconstrue me. There's not a damn thing you can do short of sprouting wings that's suddenly gonna make me put my faith in your ability to not screw us over. That's what you settled on when you left. You left us high and dry and set out for greener pastures. I won't fault you for playing the game. I'll be the last one to judge you for that. But you'd better be willing to accept the fact that you can't turn around and pretend like it's old times. I'm not anyone's keeper. Least of all Zara.
And Mina? You saying you're not her keeper? Didn't you just send her on a run? I know it can't be like old times. That wasn't my intention.
Oh yeah? Are you telling me I didn't hear that six-cylinder piece of crap of yours puttering outside when you arrived? Admit it, Weiss. You're clinging to the past. You've got regrets.
Yeah, I do.
And still, I won't lie. You've been good to us, in your way. But don't think we didn't know you were lining your pockets as well with every run you set up.
Come on.
No one would fault you now. It's the cost of doing business. But don't pretend you're altruistic just because you toss the couriers a bone once in a while.
This isn't a bone.
Atlas is taking over. Starport's been locked down, contracts are frozen. Did I miss anything?
That's about the short of it. Will you help me?
Of course not. Shit, if I'm being completely honest, I probably trust you even less than when you stepped in here. But Ein still sees something redeemable in you. And that's good enough for me. He's the reason I didn't kick you out on your ass when you walked in here. Alright, let's go find Zara.
What do you mean, find?
I told you I'm nobody's keeper, Vice. I've got an idea where they might be, and I trust Ein enough to let you tag along if he says so.
Fine.
Ein?
We are done here.
Let's step outside. I need some air. Ugh, still early. Alright, you two, here's the deal. Zara's still gonna be radio silent even if their run is done. You two are gonna follow me to Sector 5.
That'll take too long.
You got wings hidden in that piece of junk, Vice? If not, we get there via the L-25. It's not as straight a shot as the L1, but it's a lot faster than riding the back roads all night.
None of the major causeways are safe, Kay. Atlas has got every major branch of the thoroughfare covered.
I said it'll be fast, not safe. I don't know how numb your ass is from riding around all night, but I plan on using mine at some point. I know you and Ein here got your tails a little singed already, but if you follow me and do your best not to screw around, we'll get where we're going in one piece. Some problems need a gentle hand. Some need a little brute force. I'm surprised that hunk of junk can keep up.
Gets me where I want to go.
If that were the case, me and Ein wouldn't be here now, would we? Sector 5 is just a few clicks from here. As long as that thing can hold together, we should be golden.
Maureen says Zara was on a dash and trash.
What's the matter? Feeling cheated on?
Say what you want. I screen my leads so you can avoid complications.
Zara's all about the risk versus the reward, Vice. You know that.
Is that why I'm seeing more dead drops around town? Running mods and biotech, not scratching the itch?
Dangerous times call for dangerous measures. We're doing what we have to survive. And if Caldera loses a few guns in the process, all the better.
If they were itching to stick their neck out, they could have just asked.
I told you, they don't give me all the details of their wheelings and dealings.
We are going to have company soon, Kay.
How far?
Less than half a click ahead.
Looks like a peaceful ride was a little too much to ask.
What are we dealing with? Bugs?
I am unsure. There is too much interference on the spectrum this close to the meridian.
We're coming up on an exit, but we're still more than 5 clicks from the drop.
You have no idea what's up ahead.
This isn't a tour, and I am not your guide. At this point, if you want to take the scenic route, that's up to you. Hurry, we've got about 3 seconds before we pass the exit. Go ahead and make the call. Makes no difference to me.
Watch it! These roads are narrower than the main road.
Thanks for the heads up, officer.
Kay!
You're welcome.
What was that? I can't hear out of my right ear anymore.
You're welcome.
We can find you a good hearing mod later, my friend. Huh? We are not out of the woods yet.
I see him.
Watch the spread with that thing!
Look, just be glad you're not a foot shorter, okay?
Contact.
Vice, do you need more time to decide whether or not to duck?
Just shoot them! This isn't good. It doesn't make sense for them to be allocating this much surveillance to the back roads.
Yeah, no shit.
Proximity sensor is picking up more activity ahead.
We're in for a longer trip either way. These corridors aren't exactly a straight shot.
Better than not getting there at all.
Well, you'd better hope it doesn't get too crowded. Mag's already low.
You didn't bring any ammo?
I'll have you know this is a memento. I don't ride around with ammo crates strapped to my ass. Besides, I wasn't anticipating needing actual artillery with me when I left my flat this morning.
I suppose you usually get by easily enough with your tender disposition.
Eat shit, Vice.
Contact.
Shit!
Is that it?
It's a tax drone. Military-grade armor augments, and it's armed.
Down!
Okay!
Last round! That's it, it's tapped.
May I suggest we depart here?
Agreed.
Agreed. Trouble in paradise?
She's nearly on her last legs.
A pity. I recall you were very proud of that bike once.
That was intense.
I'll be honest, I wasn't anticipating quite so much resistance.
Clearly, Atlas has further intensified its patrols as of late.
Yeah, but this is next level shit. Time was you maybe saw a bug on the L-25, and even then it didn't give a damn lest you were on fire.
Huh?
Happened to me once. I don't suppose you have any leads on some ammo?
Unfortunately not. Even if I did, not on such short notice. We're gonna have to stay off the thoroughfare. For real this time. If Zara ran into that kind of resistance...
Any reason to believe they would?
What do you mean?
Well, I don't recall seeing this kind of heat yesterday. And tonight started off a slow one, until you and Ein showed up.
I suppose it is possible we have caused the heat to be, applied.
Close enough, hon. Maybe. But... whatever. Doesn't matter. We've got to check on Zara. Sidonia. We have to go to Sidonia.
Sidonia's a dead end, Kay. There's nothing out there. A Neon 9 processing research campus, maybe.
You can't be that naive.
Say what you want. I work in the department that sends the allocations there. It's nothing but a stretch of barren rock with a few depots housing some enriched ore.
And you think that's why Zara'd be out there? Their rabid interest in Caldera's fracking techniques? Your choice, V. You can pack up your shit and go home if you want.
Fine. Have it your way.
That's the spirit.
I'll need to keep the revs below redline if I don't want the engine to blow up in my face.
Hilarious as that would be, we'll do our best. Otherwise, I'm sure Ein wouldn't mind giving you a ride back. Saddle up, boys. It's gonna be a long trip.
Cerberus unit, 500 meters and closing.
Damn it. Looks like we attracted more attention than I thought.
Shit! That thing's got bad news written all over it.
We're boxed in here!
Our exit's only a couple clicks from here, but we can't chance it following us if we make it there.
Curry! I thought you said you were out of ammo!
I am, but... Shit! I'm trying to think of something.
Like what? You gonna throw your gun at it now?
What the hell, Ein?
We shall see. Victor, it has been a delight to ride with you again tonight. We will need to do it again soon.
Ein? What the hell are you... What the hell is going on?
I'm honestly surprised that you're surprised.
Atlas has been busy.
You don't say.
Weapons?
That was the word. Well, not exactly. It started as snippets, really. Offhand comments dropped by some of the corporate regulars at the bar. The minute I'd start to dig, I'd get shut down. That was the only hint I had that this wasn't some one-off.
You don't need that kind of hardware to subjugate an already subjugated populace.
I told you, Zara's no fool.
So, they're gearing up for a fight.
But who?
I can think of a few. You knew Zara wouldn't be here.
Let's say I had a hunch. But we didn't have many options left.
You wanted me to see this?
Actually, I needed to see it for myself. You just happened to come along at the right time. We can't stay here long. They're bound to have skags or bugs patrolling the perimeter, and that's in the best case scenario.
All right.
This is my stop.
You'll get word to Mina?
Yeah,
And Farid?
I'll fill him in too.
And Zara.
We've been over this, Vice.
I think we have to be ready. When the storm comes, we might have to get out of here in a hurry.
That's the first sensible thing you've said to me all night.
Enough.